It's nearly a year since ChatGPT was announced, and that and other generative AI tools were supposed to change the way we work, way we lead our lives, and the way we interact with the systems. And to be fair, a lot of us have been experimenting using it for various uses, but has it really revolutionized our lives? I decided to ask this question in the popular Reddit forum called Futurology. And this question really blew up in Reddit with over 430 upvotes and about 590 plus comments. A lot of people talked about their use cases, their scenarios, and how they were starting to use ChatGPT for their day-to-day the work life to enhance their productivity. But to me, ChatGPT and the responses that I looked at, right? I sifted through these 590 plus comments and the way people were starting to use it. And to me, it really came down to about five or six key use cases. Coding assistance. A lot of developers, a lot of IT professionals and programmers are starting to use ChatGPT to enhance their personal productivity. Similarly, office workers are starting to use ChatGPT as a productivity tool. In education and teaching, educators are starting to use it to enhance their teaching and more as teaching assistants. Students, of course, have been using it extensively for research, learning, and even to some extent job hunting. ChatGPT and the family of AI tools are being used for creative writing and for graphic design, creative design. And marketers are using it extensively for content generation. To me, these are the six use cases that really jumped out when I looked at the responses to this question that blew up in Reddit. Right? So let's look at each of these scenarios. The first use case is encoding assistance. Software developers are using it for tasks such as writing Excel macros, generating SQL scripts, obtaining basic shell scripts, adding documentation to code. While many are agreeing that generating an outline of the code or code snippets is pretty easy using the right prompts, they still point out to the need for human skills, an experience that a programmer gains hands-on by developing, deploying, and seeing code in action. And that cannot be substituted by just a pseudocode generated by ChatGPT. Let's take an example, right? Say this example, right? A Python function. And let me copy paste this example in ChatGPT and see what happens. Let's take this and paste this in ChatGPT. Ask this, right? So what it does is, in a matter of seconds, comes back with a function that is fairly useful. But as any programmer would point out, this is just part of the effort. You still need to take it, write a complete shell around the program, deploy it, test it, and extensively validate it for your use case. So what you can do is use this as an ideation tool to generate basic ideas for your code. Similarly, say generating Excel macros or SQL scripts. The second key use case is office productivity tool. White-collar workers have begun using ChatGPT to enhance their personal productivity in tasks such as drafting emails from an outline, summarizing lengthy reports, creating meeting outlines, writing revised job description, and other drafting work that is time-consuming. So let's look at an example of an office worker who may be required to draft an email to a delinquent client with a bill overdue. Right? So let's copy and paste this in ChatGPT. Help me draft an email to a client with a bill due for over 30 days. Now, in a matter of seconds, it comes back with the details, an outline of an email that you can use to draft out to a client. But as you can see, it's still leaving kind of prompts, details that you, as the user, need to fill in. The invoice number, invoice date, due date, amount due, current balance. All this is something that you, as an office product worker, needs to take in, fill in, and use this as an outline. Read through it and reuse. Similarly, the other use case is in education training. Educators are starting to use the tool to supplement their work, almost like an automated teacher's assistant for basic tasks like expanding on ideas for setting an outline for lessons or using image generators to make the lessons more interesting or encouraging students to understand the concepts better. Let's take an example of a kindergarten teacher who might want to host a Christmas play for their kindergarten class. So rather than get a teacher's assistant to go look at or Google for ideas, take this, post it as a prompt in ChatGPT. Right? Help me write with an idea for Christmas play for my kindergarten class. And boom, you have a complete outline, right, of a Christmas play, Santa's Magical Reindeer Avenue, right? Now, as a teacher or a teacher's assistant, you will not blindly use this. You will take this, read through the outline, see if the idea strikes a chord, and then rewrite it or modify it, tune it for your class, and then use it. So this is one example, right? What would have taken a few hours takes just a couple of minutes for you or your teacher's assistant to. The next use case is students using it for research, learning, and even job hunting. Students like my son have really taken to the tool like a duck to water. Rather than Googling for answers for their homeworks or essays, they're learning to use the ChatGPT prompts to generate their essays or entire sections of reports. To me, this is still a double-edged sword, but I'll reserve my comments. Students in B school are using it to write cover letters, resumes, or even check their grammar on their essays. Some are getting more creative by pasting companies' values from their website and asking ChatGPT to generate CVs or cover letters that are tuned to the company's value. For example, this is what my son did recently. Right? He was supposed to write a slogan to stop child labor and do that in Hindi. Hindi is his second language. So what he did is went to ChatGPT and said, write a slogan. ChatGPT comes back with this, saying, बचपन को बचाओ, बच्चों को काम से दूर रखो. That is, save childhood and keep children away from work. Who he has his homework ready and pre-cooked, pre-digested, ready to go. Now, while kids and students are using this extensively, teachers are also starting to catch up by learning to use tools like AI detectors, right, to detect essays turned in using AI or AI generated essays. So in a sense, it's a kind of cat and mouse game that teachers and students are playing. For creative writing and graphic design, writers have begun using ChatGPT and generative AI extensively to polish up their writing, to copy edit, and to get more verbose with some prompt ideas. The use of ChatGPT and its OpenAI cousin like Dall-e by creative people has led to a boom in AI-written ebooks on Amazon. Now, there is even a complete series or subgenre of books that has kind of come up. If you go Google for AI written ebooks, a complete series of books that have been written by AI published on Amazon. I have also been using it extensively to write the draft of my email diary of a successful loser. So I have been using the writing prompts, rewriting the text based on my ideas, and of course using Dall-e to generate the images. Now, the sixth use case is content generation. This has been the mainstay for marketers. Marketers really love AI because it speeds up the effort required to create verbose marketing content and helps them draft articles, press releases, and blog posts, which saves a lot of time and effort. But to me, this is a double-edged sword. A lot of marketers have been using it to juice up their SEO content, search engine optimization content, by throwing in junk keywords and generating volumes of content. Now, some of it is counterproductive because search engine algorithms are also learning to catch the content generated code or AI generated content and kind of downvote those in the rankings. So back to where we started, right? What are the key use cases of ChatGPT? The six use cases that stand out over and over are coding assistance, office productivity tools, tools for education and teaching, students using it for research, learning, and job hunting, creative writing, and graphic design, content generation. My feeling, like that of others, is that the use of tool is kind of a mixed bag and is still kind of evolved. How has this really changed your life? I would love to hear back from you.